Hello and welcome to the Lush Corner, my little corner of the internet where we talk about all things Lush, all things Lush. So it's time for another empties video. I'm only ever going to do these videos when I've finished at least 10 things, otherwise it can just be a lot of stuff, you know, and too many empties videos. But I want to use these videos as a chance to reflect on the things I used, review them in case they come back in future, or if they're still a current product, and just talk about my experience with them. You know, maybe you've used them as well. Maybe you think that, hey, that was actually pretty cool and I hated it, or I didn't like it and you loved it. Or maybe you're intrigued by some of them and you think, maybe I'll buy that next time. Doesn't need much introduction. Let's just go through the stuff that I finished in the most recent days. I'm going to start with the most painful one on this entire list or this entire video, because I know for a fact that I'm pretty much the only person on the planet that owned this product from Lush, and I'm never gonna get it back. So it was a tough one to finish. Enjoyed every second of using it. I'm gonna show you it. Lush fans, enjoy. This was made especially for me, and at the time it was before Lush started releasing other products in this scent. Anyway, it was a perfume, and it's Milky Bath perfume, which as far as I know does not exist. Might exist in future, but I got this maybe 6 years ago. Milky Bath perfume has my name on it as well. I was very lucky to receive this, and if you know Milky Bath, you know Milky Bath. It's amazing. This was made for me, as I said, and it was super potent. I remember one day coming home on the London Underground when I first got it, and I put it on, and I felt like it had swirled across the entire carriage, because somebody a bit of the way down, because it was not many people, I heard her say, "Oh, something smells like lotion. I can smell moisturizer." I knew it was me. Anyway, Milky Bath perfume. I'm a fan of all things Milky Bath. It's in my top 3 Lush scents ever created, and to own the perfume of it was truly special. So thank you to Lush. That is a unique thing. That's why it's first, because the tears are crying. Oh. Anyway, next thing. The next thing was a slog, and I really cheated because it's a giant shower gel, and it was actually sent to me by Lush on Valentine's Day last year, or even the year before, I can't remember. It's a Posh chocolate shower gel, and it's the giant one. It was also personalized with my name on it. It was actually a beautiful PR gift that I got when I used to do Lush content on my other channel, which is my perfume channel. Go check it out if you want. It's called Ouch110 Fragrance Reviews. I'm not the biggest fan of chocolate scented things when it comes to bath time, and that's okay. That's just not my preference. I love the smell of it, but washing with chocolate things isn't my favorite thing. The exception is Lush's Posh White Chocolate and Rose. Now that is a piece of heaven. If that comes out on any Valentine's or at any time and you haven't tried it, and it's a body wash, try it. Anyway, this was a giant thing. I cheated. I had it down to about here, and then I decanted about that much of it. Actually, it was there. I decanted that much of it to give to my friend's son, who loves chocolate things. So he got to enjoy loads of it, and then I just finished the rest. So I used 2/3 of it, I would say. Posh chocolate is fan favorite of Lush, and it is a chocolate hazelnut scented shower gel. It's very dark brown. It's very messy. It's a fun time. I don't mind it, but it's kind of bitter as well, actually, not overly sweet. I had fun using this, but I also think I really want to keep this bottle, just because that's not often that you get your name on something. I think I'll keep it. For now, let's move to the next thing. The next thing was a lip scrub. I talked about this in one of my other videos about the abundance of lip scrubs that I have, and I'm really trying to pare them down because I've realized that they last a whole lot longer than I could ever imagine if you use them. I mean, I use mine every 3 days. They can last 6 months easily because it's a small product, but you only use the tiniest bit. So I have started to use my lip scrubs in a different way. I've started to use them as hand scrubs, elbow scrubs, knee scrubs, and lip scrubs all at once to try and get them down, because I have maybe 7 or 8 and it's just far too many. They're going to go bad before I can use them, and we are not a wasteful person. So it's the coconut ice lip scrub. Welcome to the disco. I love the packaging of this. It was a sweet coconut scented lip scrub, of course. It reminded me of the old coconut ice sweet treat that you get in England. It's kind of like a sugar coconut solid bar of stuff that's incredibly bad for your teeth. We love them over here. And yeah, I powered through this, I got to the end of it, and I'm glad I finished it. And I just love this kind of glittery packaging. I'm such a sucker. Anyway, that one. The next thing I finished was a shower gel, and I finished this, I used the majority, actually nearly all of it, on my trip to Sri Lanka in November. It is the Hello Kitty and Friends shower gel. I had a mini bottle of it. This was super cool because it combined Milky bath, which I just talked about, with the scent of Snow Fairy, which is kind of like a candy-ish, bubble gum, lollipop type smell. It actually smells like traffic light lollipops if you're from the UK and you know them and you haven't ever smelled Snow Fairy. It smells like that with the creaminess of Milky Bath. Genius idea, love this shower gel. Probably not the best thing for hot weather because it was so sweet and fluffy, but I took this because it was a small size and I finished it on my trip to Sri Lanka. Would I buy it again? Yes, I would, because Lush managed to balance out the smell of Snow Fairy and Milky Bath absolutely perfectly. It was an entire 50-50 for me. Loved it. The next thing is a face mask. I'm a huge fan of Lush face masks. Not all of them, because all of them are not for everyone's skin, and there's always different kinds for different skin tones and different results. But this one is one of the newer ones, and I really wanted to try it. It's called Hanami. And this is Japanese inspired one. It has cherry blossom infusion in it. It was kind of similar in texture to Rosy Cheeks. That thick but very creamy, sort of kaolin based face mask which lifts off so much oil off your face. Not that I have that, but also very moisturizing. I really like this. Pink, and the smell was beautiful. It says, transport yourself to Yoshiro, Kansai, Japan's famous cherry blossom destination. Emerge radiant from sakura, rice vinegar, and white soya yogurt. Oh my gosh, it's just crazy. Like, the ingredients are so cool, also so tiny. But this was a really, for me, a luxurious thing. Anything Japanese for me, in terms of anything, packaging, food, skincare, everything's done with just a just so touch, and a Japanese inspired face mask is a win for me. And I did learn a little bit of a lesson from my Japanese colleague about Hanami, which I can't remember right now, but people that use Hanami or Hanami, the idea of it have the best skin ever, just so you know. Look it up, Google it, AI it, Chat GPT it. The next thing was something that came in one of the boxes during 2025, and it was something that I gasped when I saw it because I'd seen it. It's kind of like one of these elusive Lush products, but they gave it to us in a box, and it is a bath oil. It is the Violet Nights bath oil. As you can see, the label's become a little bit smudged because oils are destructive in the best way possible. So this is kind of like a cult classic. I don't know, it's one of those things that people that haven't tried it really want to. I hear a lot of talk about it, and here's my verdict and review. First of all, the smell was very surprising. To me, it smells a lot more like violet leaf than it does violet. If you're thinking it's gonna be like a Daddy-O type, you know, that purple Parma violet thing that Lush does really well, it's not that. It's much more earthy, it's much more grounding, it's much more green. It actually turns the water green. And I've really enjoyed using it because I've never ever, in all my 25 years of loving Lush products, have tried a bath oil in liquid form. It's the first time I've done it. So my verdict is this. Do I love the product? Yes. I think the smell is interesting. I liked that. I did think it was gonna be an oil though. I thought it was gonna make the water oily. Some Lush products, when you use them, you come out of the bath and you can feel this sort of oil on your skin, and I love those things for nighttime, especially in winter. This Violet Nights bath oil is actually very light in its texture. It doesn't make the water thicker, it actually makes the water slightly creamy. And when you come out of the bath, you can feel moisture, but it's not residue, if that makes sense. So I really liked it. I thought it was going to be like one of those old school 90s Body Shop bath oils. You know those little like translucent balls that you would put in the bath and they'd burst? They did feel kind of oily on your skin, and sometimes you kind of want that. But that's not this. So now I've realized that this is how Lush does bath oil. It's a whole light affair. Anyway, next thing. The next thing doesn't really need any introduction. It was a body lotion and it's called Sleepy. Everyone knows Sleepy, right? It's Lush's famous lavender tonka combination. Super comforting, perfectly named, very thick body lotion that I used at nighttime because, you know, if I used it in the daytime, I would human combust and the world would implode. I love it. I'm a fan of Sleepy. They just sent us in the January box a whole bunch of lavendery stuff, and there was a huge cloud-shaped shower gummy called Sleepy, which was Sleepy scented. I've been enjoying using that in January just for a little bit of coziness. Body lotion is great, thick, super moisturizing. As you can imagine, a lot of Lush's body lotions or body creams that are in this black packaging, they tend to be the thicker ones, so they're good for nighttime, they're good for winter, they're good for super ultra care. So that one is finished. Goodbye. Going back to Lush, like the rest of them. The next thing, oh, it's another chocolate thing. It's the Posh Chocolate Body Wash. I use this as well as the shower gel. Look at this, the shower makes things so... In London, we have such hard water, you know. Anyway, this was a super thick, same smell as the other shower gel, hazelnutty, kind of bitter, body cream, shower cream it is. Well, body wash they call it. Shower cream, body wash, similar kind of thing. Super thick, you can scoop it out. It was like putting Nutella on your skin that foamed slightly. Super moisturizing, smelled great. But again, I'm not the biggest fan of washing with chocolatey things on my body. I don't know why. I'll wear a chocolate perfume occasionally, but body stuff, I don't know. I'm not mad at it though. Can I still smell it? I can still smell it. Ooh, hazelnut chocolate bitterness. It's kind of cool. The second to last thing is a shower gel, and it was again in one of the kitchen boxes. It was in the circus themed kitchen box and it's called Cherry Pop. This one was really cool. I mean, ultra cherry scented, super strong. It was actually a green shower gel, but if you tipped it up like this or moved it around, or when you put it on your body, it turned red. So it was kind of like a color changing, but an illusion color changing shower gel, which I loved. Perfect for a box that's themed on circus and fun. And I really liked this. It was one of those room filling, or should I say apartment filling smells. When you use this in the shower, it travels to other rooms. It was just hugely strong and I don't mind that at all. So it says pop the top and lather up with this tangy wash made with cherries that smell just like the real thing. I wouldn't say that, Lush. I wouldn't say they smell like real cherries. It's kind of like an artificial cherry smell, but it was fun nonetheless. It's actually the second cherry shower gel I've used from Lush. One of them was called Merry Christmas from many years ago in the box, 3 years ago. And that was, oh my God, that was amazing as well. So yeah, this one, I really liked it. It said it has cinnamon leaf oil and lime and almond. Really, it was a cherry bomb. Think of like cherry Jolly Rancher, cherry sweets, anything like that. And that's what Cherry Pop was. So let's talk about the last thing. The last thing, also really sad to see it go, because when I opened this in the Lush box, it was one of those moments. I love the perfume or scent of Love by Lush, and they sent us, and this is gross by the way, I've saved the grossest thing till last because it's really hard to wash out. It's okay, Lush, you can do it. I'm going to bring it back to you as best I can and you can clean it out, right? It was a Love body lotion. Unheard of, never seen this before. I will say I wish that it was a bit stronger in its scent, but loved it nonetheless. Used it with glee, used it with joy. Love to me is an amazing fragrance. It's an apple fragrance, but it has cinnamon as well. And it has some rose, I think, rose apple cinnamon kind of thing. It's really cute. It's a very old school fragrance from when Lush used to have a sister company called Be Never Too Busy to Be Beautiful. Love originated there, as far as I know. There this apple bubble bar. I think it was called Love Apple, and then they had a perfume of it in this vintage puffer style thing. God, the memories. That was on Carnaby Street. Gorgeous shop. It was like a boudoir, and it sold makeup as well. But unfortunately, all of them closed down. Anyway, I loved using this. Beautiful. A little bit lighter in texture. When you get a Lush lotion in this style bottle, as opposed to the black part, they tend to be slightly lighter in my experience. Anyway, those are the 10 things I finished recently from Lush. What have you finished? What have you been using? What have you enjoyed? Still can't believe I had a Milky bath perfume made for me. I had my own mourning period for it. It's fine. It's gone. I'm sure it'll be fine. There's always something new and exciting waiting in the wings. Anyway, I hope you guys like this video. I hope you like this little Lush corner, and I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, bye-bye.